Hey guys, my name is Marco, and I just wanted to show you how I set up my Launch Control XL and my Push One in order to control the awesome DJ Megaset 3 from Tom Cosm. I will definitely put a link in the description so you can check this out and maybe purchase it if you like this video. So, what I did is I thought about only having 2 decks in the beginning because he implemented 4 decks in the set, but I'm a total newbie to this whole DJing thing and I never DJed before with a DJ controller or stuff like that. I'm a real music producer. I just sit in dark rooms and produce music, but I wanted to go further and express myself through live performances, maybe with my own music, and therefore I purchased this awesome product. Let's have a dive. I have this Launch Control XL, and I thought about having the first 4 strips going up to control my deck strip 1 and the second 4 to control my deck strip 2. And therefore I go into the user mode and I have this, let me just put it there. I have this 8 different user modes where I can map all the different knobs and sliders and faders and stuff and buttons to the DAW, and I want to use the first user mode and click on the deck, and in order to map something you have to press Command M on a Mac, and then you open up this MIDI mapping tool. Everything which is lighted up in blue you can map. So we want to start with the effect section, and up here you have the effects on and off button, and we want to have this effects on and off button here. So I just click the button in the DAW and click it here, and like you see, nothing happens. And this this is something which is really happening a lot in the beginning. I haven't figured out where it's coming from, but sometimes I can map things and sometimes I can't. So I try it again. I go on to the effect, put it, and now he's taken it. You saw I just closed it, put it back up, put the MIDI mapping back on and tried it again, and it worked. So I have no idea why or how I can fix this, but yeah, just trial and error. The effects control, or the knob where you can select which effect you want to have, I thought about putting it here. So on the second knob from the top left side, and I just control it, and then you can see the number here, and you can see the MIDI map also on this table on the left side. And the amount of the effect I want to have on this knob, the feedback I want to have on this knob, the time of the I want to have on this knob. So these are different parameters of different effects. It's not always time, but I want to have to control the effects on this two, the amount of the effect on this one, and to choose which effect I have on this one. And like we said before, control the effect on and off switch on this button. And now what I want to do is I want to have these 2 faders to be my low pass and high pass filter, and I want to turn them off and on with this mute button, and I want to turn them off and on at the same time. So I push the button twice on both on slots for low pass and high pass filters, and you can see he takes both of them. The low pass filter, of course, on the down, and the high pass filter on the upper knob, and then you can see we have mapped them. And the third row, I want to use it for the high pass, or not the high pass, the EQ highs, the EQ mids, and the EQ bass. And I want to have the reset all button right under the effects on and off switch, so I can press both and have the effects off and the EQs back on their initial position, so everything is back to normal just with a click. The looper I want to have on the knobs. On the in, I want to have on this knob, the exit on this knob, or no, the push in, the push out, and the exit I want to have on the last knob, and then we want to shorten it and we want to widen it with the two knobs above. So the only I say knobs, it's buttons, but the only button left is this one, and this one I take to turn modulation on and off, and the 3 knobs left here are to control the amount, the smoothness, and the rate. But most of the time I don't use rate, so I click in here and scroll through here. But yeah, maybe I can also map these controls onto different controls on my launch control. But for now, these are all the effects I want, or all the controls I want to have. The 4 faders go on to the volume, to the send, the send to the dummy clips, the send to the automaton, and the general gain of the audio. And yes, these are the controls for the deck. So I just you see deck 3. I just mapped all things to deck 3 now. So let me just take my sound and put it onto deck 3. And now we can play with it. So you can see what I did. I put the dummy clip section and the automaton section down. The volume of the track, so this is basically the main volume. If you put this down, you won't send anything on these 3 channels. If you put it up, you send it to all 3 channels. So you have to you can basically mix the original signal with the dummy clip signal, or with the automaton signal, or you can just put little switches into your mix. I very much like this. So let's try and do this. I use my push in the original template. I just go to session mode, and there you have your 4 decks. Like, these are the 2 clips we see on the screen right now here. But I just want to control the dummy clip section. So if I have another press on device on track, you can see the different effects are also written down on the push, so I know I can see what I'm doing. But we can just have a quick look. If I play back the music, it's now the original signal. If I put it onto the dummy clip section, you heard it's the same volume, it's the same signal, but I can now put an effect on it, like the gate effect, and effect is running. Now let's put some effects on it, like just randomly try to do something. Maybe not a chorus, but a delay. And now I have this effect, and I can always switch back to the main music. This is awesome, I guess. And the same I can do with the automaton. I put up the automaton section, and you now hear it running through the automaton. And when I open the automaton, you can see I have some settings in here. You can initialize it. Let me just initialize it clear and open it back again. And then you can put in your own little automations with the different effects up here, and you can like pre-select all the things you want to do, and then just like put it in, or put automaton and dummy clip section at the same time. Awesome. What I noticed is when I want to put all the dummy clips to none at the same time, I could of course click the scene button on push for the upper scene, but what will happen, it will immediately trigger the first tune on deck 3, because this is also the first scene. So when you're playing a deck and you want to you want to rearrange the effects on the dummy clip section, you basically have to go through it and put everything back on the first row, because the first row is basically the none row. You can see it up here. All the dummy clips are empty at the first slot, so this is like the pure signal going through the dummy clip section. Yeah, and that's basically what I do. I just do it for the second deck as well. Do the same mapping on the right side of my launch control, and I have also on further sessions I put some controls on user bank 2. For example, the filler. I think it's awesome if you have you can put the amount on this knob and say, okay, I want to have the 4th bar fill, the half bar fill, 1 bar fill, 2 bar fill, and 4 bar fill. And then you could easily, if you play back the music, you could easily push the button and he will do a fill for you if you put the amount up. Maybe he will do it. I don't know why he won't do it now, but he did it before, so maybe it's just a human error. You can also put the different risers and faller knobs onto these buttons here, or the buttons from here onto the buttons from here to control the risers and fillers. Yeah, but that's basically it for me to control in the first step, 2 decks, the dummy clip section, the automaton section, and have fun with it. Yes, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you could understand what I mean. But if you have further questions, just hit me up on Discord. Bye.